In the glow of the spirit's room of memory, in the glow of the spirit's room, that is again the transcendent, in the supermind, see, obviously, of memory, he could recover the luminous partial note. Memories, Ashwapati actually comes from that place. Actually comes from that place. In fact, he comes from a place farther beyond that, Ashwapati. When he takes the birth in the inconscience, he remembers now that, therefore memory, you see. He knows that that is his house, that is his native place, that is his happy world of movement and rhythm and all that thing. But now because he has come up from here, he remembers that thing, he remembers. In the glow, the spirit's room of memory, he could recover the luminous marginal node. So that index is there, that book of being is there. In the margin of that book, there are marks and there are notations and there are personal comments and that kind of a thing are there. He could recover. What are the personal comments for Ashwapati? Ashwapati, your task is, your job is, you have come here for the purpose of making this new creation a manifestation on this world. That is the important note in the margin of the book of being, which he has to read and do something for that. He could recover the luminous marginal note, dotting with light the crabbed ambiguous scroll. See what a beautiful description, the whole thing completely. Rescue the preamble and the saving clause. Saving clause, this preamble, this creation is for the purposes of divine manifestation. That is the purpose of it. This book of being, which is there, is actually the book of the Absolute Himself. This book of being is the book of the Absolute, the Creator or the Supreme. The Supreme has already written that book of being there. And that book of being, when it is coming down here, is called Savitri. That book of being which is there is called here Savitri. Means the Supreme, yes, the Supreme has a project, and that project is of a new manifestation, and that project he has already written in the book of beings. And for our purposes, he calls that thing as Savitri. That is the book of being. Dotting. So if you read Savitri really carefully, you will get all the notes. All the notes are there. We have to read Savitri carefully, you see. Yeah. We had to get all. He could recover the luminous marginal notes. See, we are not able to see the letters of Savitri. We are not able to move in the movements of the meters there. See how the variations take place, how the syllables are changed, how the feet are arranged and rearranged. We are not able to see that thing at all. We have to get into that moment. Dotting with light, a crabbed ambient scroll, rescue the preamble and the saving clause, or the dark agreement by which all is rolled. Yes, it is a purposeful agreement with the night of the inconscience. Yes, you are there for a purpose. You are a divine night. You are a divine darkness. You are not darkness of nothing. You are a divine darkness. Because out of that darkness has to come the divine manifestation, the divine day, the everlasting day, the happy day, the day of bliss. The book of being, the book of bliss is being written out of that one. The book of bliss is written that. The dark agreement by which all is ruled. Yes, what is the agreement? When God has created this world, He has already signed an agreement with night. He owes a debt to her. Yes, there will be the book of bliss here. That is the agreement. And they have agreed to that thing. That rises from material nature sleep. You see, that is what I'm saying. Material nature sleep. To clothe the everlasting in new shape, new creation, new form, new manifestation. It is for that purpose. The whole game is there. That is already written in that book of being, is already containing that, you see. That is what Savitri is. The book of being is Savitri itself, you see. Savitri does not have a book called Book of Being, but Savitri itself is a book of being. You see. of the dark agreement by which all is ruled, that rises from material nature, sleep, obviously from the inconscient nature, to clothe the everlasting in new shape. He could reread now and interpret, reread. He because he has already done that thing. Yeah, it is he who has done. Now he has come here, so he has to read the whole thing again. Reread now and interpret new strange symbol letters. You see, he has already written that book, but now when he has taken the mortal birth here, birth in time, he has to reread that thing. He has to see the word reread is a very powerful word. Not even one single word is without stuff in it, without content in it, without meaning in it. It is loaded. Reread. See, it's not he could read. No, he reread. Interpret new, strange symbol, scattered abstract sign. It is all its oracle and its paradox. Yes, there are paradoxes here, there are conflicts here, there are oppositions here. He could now understand the meaning of all these things here clearly. It is all its oracle. The oracle is a kind of an ambiguous statement made. You see, only those who have the inner discernment, they can understand the oracle. The mental being cannot understand the oracle at all. Those who have inner discernment. So when the oracle is giving a prophecy, he will guard it in such a way that an ordinary man cannot really understand that thing. He can interpret the view like, but a person who has got the discernment, the Greeks, the Persians will defeat. That was the famous oracle, no, of Delphi. The Greek, the Persians, the Persians will defeat. Now, who will defeat? Whether the Greeks are going to defeat or the Persians are going to defeat. The way in which it is worded, it is like that, you see. But one who has the discernment, he knows it. Yes, Greeks are going to win the battle. You see. The discernment is required for that. So to understand the oracle, to understand the revelation, to understand Veda, to understand Savitri, you have to have that inner discernment, that inner perception of things, of meaning. When he says gods have to learn, we have to understand that what learn means. He has put in such a way that they are not going to grow. They are unaware of certain things. That what the word learn means. He uses the English language in such a beautiful way that you can really get puzzled also sometimes. It's strange, symbol letters, scattered, abstract sign, resolve the oracle and its paradox. It's riddling phrases and its blindfold riddling phrases. That is what the Sphinx should do. She will give the riddling phrases, and if you are not able to solve the riddle of the Sphinx, you are killed. You are swallowed by the Sphinx, you see. Only Oedipus could do that, you see. Who he walks on 4, 3, etc. The deep oxymoron of truth repliques, the deep oxymoron, the opposite, harsh cruelty. Kind cruelty, oxymoron, hot eyes. These are oxymoron, opposite, you see. Now, truth replique. Now, he uses, you see, suddenly he uses a French word, replique, replies. Replies. He suddenly uses a word, French. You see, that is what happens. When the meter is up there, that is what happens, you see. So, all the languages are open to him, you see. Replique, that is replies, responses, answers. The deep oxymoron of his truth replique and recognizes as a just necessity its hard conditions for the mighty work. He recognized the necessity. Why it should be like that? He can understand that thing, you see. Nature's impossible Herculean toil. Only her warlock wisecraft could enforce. Her warlock wisecraft could enforce. Her warlock wisecraft. Warlock, he is the thaumaturge, the magician, male magician, sorcerer, male magician is the warlock. Witch, male witch is the warlock, you see. Now, warlock here in the first edition is without hyphen between warlock and witchcraft. In the revised edition, they have put a hyphen here. Warlock, witchcraft. Now, this is a very beautiful line. See, warlock is a male person, which, well, her is a female. What a magic, you see. What a wonderful thing, you see. her warlock, wisecraft, magic, trickery, you see, wisecraft, could enforce his law of opposition to the god. Nature's impossible Herculean toil, only her warlock wisecraft. She is the magician who could impose that kind of a thing, you see. Its list of inseparable contraries. She has managed to put all these contraries for a certain purpose. Pain and pleasure, soft and hard, all these things are there for a certain purpose. Life and death, laughter and weeping, they are there for a certain purpose. She has managed as a kind of a magical game to put them together to develop something super. It's hard conditions for the mighty world, nature's impossible Herculean toil. Only her warlock wisecraft could enforce this law of opposition of the soul.
Oxymoron. Opposites. Deep oxymoron of the
Deep oxymoron of his truth repliques. See, the way in which the blindfold terms are given, the paradox is there. Once is the paradox, the answer to that paradox can be puzzling, you see. Can be this way or that way. He is talking in terms of oracle and paradox and the riddle. And it is a Herculean task of natures to sort out that thing. Although it is difficult, opposition of the gods is there, inseparable contraries there, hot and cold that tie together, life and death that tie together, inseparable contraries are there. That is the oxymoron itself of this existence, this is inseparable of hot ice, see, or see, it's like that, you see. See how rich it is, how rich it is, you see, how packed it is. How packed it is. That is because you got the secret knowledge.